So my most popular program, coaching program for CEOs, for business people, for pretty much any age group, when they're having issues with clarity of their life or obstacles or challenges that they're facing, the first thing I do is help them get congruent. So this congruency test I've been developing over the years, since about 2003, what it basically looks at, and by the way, this came together because of great, amazing work from Dr. John DeMartini, Dr. Ivan Meisner, Robin Sharma, Anthony Robbins, and many amazing people that I've been able to meet, I've had the honor of meeting, and also family members who have also helped me package this for you, if you will. So the congruency test involves looking at 3 areas, right? So number 1, it looks at what you think is important in your life. So you'd make a list of what you think is important. And what your goals are, you'd make a list of your goals. And then we'd compare what you think is important and your goals to how you're actually living, functioning, performing. Now, I had one lady come in. She was a 20-some-year life coach. And she's the only person who scored this high on the test. But initially, before we started, I said, how clear are you about your life? And she said, Odie, I'm 80%. I said, that's pretty good. So hopefully I can help you a little bit today, get you from 80% to 100. She took the congruency test and she scored 100. The only person to ever score 100 on this test. I asked her, I said, how are you now? And she's like, I feel great. I said, you feel great? I said, but I didn't do anything. She's like, I know, but I feel 100% clear now. I didn't get this because I feel like I didn't really do anything for her. She was already, congruent, but it turned out that she went from 80% clear about her life to 100% clear about her life. This got me thinking. Oprah Winfrey had 2 special guests on her show. President Barack Obama, and Beyonce. And after the show, Oprah was surprised by the fact that both of them leaned in and asked Oprah, how do you think I did? Did I do okay? And Oprah was saying that no matter what level you achieve in your life, human beings always need that reinforcement, always need that pat on the back to know that, hey, you're on the right track. And so that's the best way I could explain this result for her, is that she scored 100 on the congruency test, and it just confirmed what she already knows. And it just helped her realize that her train was on the track, that she was on purpose, so to speak. Now, many people score medium or low on the congruency test. And what basically this explains is, number 1, why a person may be inconsistent at achieving some goals. So they set a goal, they don't hit it. They set a goal, they abort mission, and they have to reset and reattempt over and over again. Number 1, so inconsistent at achieving goals. Number 2, volatile emotionally. They may be going up and down in terms of their emotions, hitting top, hitting bottom, hitting peak, hitting valley kind of thing. And here's the good news, is that even if you score low on the congruency test, the good news is that by the end of the session, like somebody who scored high on the congruency test, before you leave, we'll get your train on the track, because we'll start making the adjustments to get you congruent. So it takes a couple hours, for 1 to 2 hours approximately, to do a congruency test. I had one gentleman hire me once we did this test on him, and he got so crystal clear about his life and got his emotions in check, and we're able to hone in on the most important goals, and we're starting to see results with respect to achieving those goals. He then wanted to roll this out to every single employee he had in his company, and he was a group CEO. So the congruency test is really important, because what it inevitably brings you to receiving is an alignment between 3 important areas of your life, right? Your mind, your heart, and your feet. Your mind, your heart, and your feet. So the footsteps you take match what you feel in your heart you want to achieve with your life, and they also match what you think is important and your goals in your life. So once you get these 3 things in place and you get congruent, it's a confidence booster. Like I said, because now you're crystal clear about your life, you're less likely to be distracted, you're on purpose. And then what you can do from this, because the minute you're clear about your life is the same instant that you perceive obstacle. Because the first instance is, all right, I know what I want to achieve in my life. I want to be the heavyweight champion of the world in UFC fighting, let's say. And that's the same instant that you're going to say, okay, guess what? This guy is standing in my way, or this is standing in my way. And your obstacles are going to come down to pretty much 3 areas. It's going to be an inner obstacle, a personal obstacle, something to do with your mind, something to do with your body, something to do with your communication, your voice. It could be something spiritual, but it's something mind, body, soul, mind, body, voice / spirit in there, right? So it's an inner challenge, if you will. Or an outer challenge, which would be a relationship, whether it's a known relationship, an unknown relationship, a family relationship, a social relationship, a business relationship. Or it's going to come down to not your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others, but it's going to come down to your relationship with the material world. And this is when we get into more business and more financial concepts and resources in general there. So this is pretty much the congruency test. I recommend this for, I wouldn't say all ages, because a 6-month-old is not going to benefit from this, and neither would a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old or 6-year-old. This is probably, you're starting to get into, the youngest I've ever done this on was probably my son, who was 6, but that's different. I think, once someone's about 8 or 9, that's when you want to start getting them clear about the importance of congruence and getting their heart and their mind and their feet to match. See, most people want to live a life from their head. And I believe that the head or the brain or the mind is the COO. I believe the CEO is the heart. And so we need to bring that to the surface and to the forefront and to be leading from the heart. And the reason why I think that's important is because the brain has no heart, the mind has no heart, but the heart has a mind. You with me? Now, maybe it can be argued that your brain has a heart to some level, or your mind is capable of feeling and has a heart. But truly, I believe that the heart is the leader here, the CEO, and the mind's job is to figure out what the heart wants and then understand the rules of life and the mathematics of life to help the heart's dream come true. And then, of course, your feet are going to be the actions you take so that you can, and your body, your feet, including your body, is the vehicle so that you can achieve and not have your vehicle break down on the side of the road. So first you bring the heart to the forefront. The mind helps the heart understand what it wants to achieve. And then your body, by empowering your body, you can then allow your mind in combination with your body to make your heart's dream come true. So thanks for listening. I will be doing another video on overcoming obstacles. But this video is just an opportunity for you guys to understand what the congruency test is for the many people who have asked me to explain it in a little more detail. All right? Take care of yourselves. And remember, you can't live large if you're playing small.